Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm bringing you this video about Christina Nance, a 29-year-old Huntsville, Alabama woman who was missing for a little over 2 weeks, and her body was later found in the police evidence unused van. Once her body was found, the police, during looking at surveillance, we'll get to that surveillance tape in a minute, but looking at the surveillance tape, the police believe that on September 25th, there's footage of Christina seen, in broad daylight, looking disoriented, walking around a police car. And then she goes into the van. They noticed on the 28th, 3 days later, there was still movement in that van. Now, from what I noticed, her family they begs to differ. They don't think that it's their sister. And from what I see in the footage, I, I can understand why they feel that way because it's just a blur. You don't know who that is walking around in the background. But the police, they're telling the family that that's her. They did an autopsy. The coroner saying that there was no foul play or anything like that. So, of course, the family has questions that they need answered. One being, how did she even get in the van? And two being, why do they not have video that they can directly show to the family, of their sister around in that parking lot? Because the surveillance footage that they showed the family, they got that from a building blocks away from the police department. Like, that's crazy to me. I don't even understand that. How you the police department, how do you not have footage of her right there in your parking lot? You have to go and find footage from blocks away from another building with cameras. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. I really hate cases like this because it's like they brush cases like this under the rug. The family is looking for answers. I really, really pray that this family gets answers for their sister, because we see this type of stuff all the time with our black women. That it just, you never get answers. They get swept under the rug, and you never get any answers to your questions. You're watching it on the news for a couple of days, and then the family just never get what they're looking for. No one talks about it anymore. Now the family, they're asking, they said they're going to do their own independent autopsy and toxicology report. Well, they say the toxicology report takes months to come back, so they won't be getting any answers for for about 3-4 months, where as far as the toxicology report is concerned. But they're going to have their own independent autopsy done. And I really hope that this family can have closure and find out what happened to their sister, because she did not just, into a van, climb up into a police van and just die. That we know that didn't just happen. I mean, I have my theories. I have my opinion. And my opinion is, at the end of the day, I think that there had to be someone who works there at that police department involved. There has to be an inside job. The officer said the cars are always locked. When they're not in use, the cars, the vans, they're always locked. Okay, so how does she climb in? Was somebody already in there? Was she talking to somebody? How did she get in the van? Only someone who worked at that police department would know that van was that was an unused van. That van hasn't been used since March, they said. So only someone that works in the police department would know that that's a van that they don't check for, that they're not using, and to use that particular van, And again, we don't know how long she was in that van, or if she was even just put in that van. She could have just been put in that van. the day before. Like, no one knows that. We only, the family can only go on, and the public can only go on what the police, you know, detectives say to the family, with the information that they give to the family, which I'm with the family. I'm here for it with the family. We need some answers to what happened to Christina. And we're not going to let them distract us, by trying to use her criminal background records, that's nothing from what I see. Little disorderly conduct, they trying to say that she had a criminal record from 2013 through 2021. I'm not falling for that. Them two little charges that I seen, that's nothing. Little disorderly conduct. That we're not gonna let them waver us and keep floating out there about her criminal record, because she had no criminal record. Nothing that would be extensive that they should even be talking about, when at the end of the day, this is about a missing woman, who was missing and found deceased in the van of in the police van, evidence van nonetheless. Like, we're going to stick with that topic, because I'm with the family on this one. The sister, I believe her name is Natasha. She said she talked with the police chief. She asked to see footage of her sister that night up close. He tells her they don't even know if they footage can go back that far. What? Your footage don't go back that far. This is the police department, correct? Like, I'm with the family on this. There's something else going on here, and they want to get to the bottom of it. And we do too.
Well, Siobhan and Greg, Chief McMurray says that video is from a nearby building, and then it shows Christina Nance, quote, somewhat disoriented, getting into that HPD van where her body was later found. Now, Chief McMurray says that Nance got into the van days before her body was found, but he would not specify exactly which date it was from.
And see, this is why I say we don't know when she went in that van or what happened. We don't know if she was put in that van. The family can only go on what the detectives tell them. And if I was the family and you keep giving me half answers to my questions, I'm going to continue to keep searching too, and think that there's something more to this story, or more that's going on, that happened to my sister. If nothing happened and everybody is innocent, then they should be giving this family all the answers with no problem, answering all their questions with no problem, showing them all the footage, everything with no problem. Instead, they get this.
So we originally were looking through surveillance video that really we had to look at minute for minute to watch to see somebody enter the parking lot and get into that van. So we literally had to watch 2 weeks of surveillance.
Huntsville police investigators say there is video of Nance walking around the lot and sitting on the hood of a police car and approaching other parked unoccupied vehicles for about 10 minutes. One thing to note is the video feed is unmonitored, and it's hard to tell, but police say Nance entered the unlocked police van through the rear door and that there was still movement in the van through the 28th.
I'm not going to play the full video, but I will leave the link in my description box, and you guys can go over and watch the full video as well as read the article of what the family had to say. But with that being said, guys, let's just continue to keep the Nance family in our prayers. Let's hope and pray that this family gets closure. Let's not let the police, sweep this under the rug. Let's continue on. If you live close to the family, by the family, or if you know the family, stay close to them. Stay on top of the police department. Let's stay on their necks to get answers, and helping this family to get answers to what happened to Christina. With that being said, I will be keeping you guys posted and coming back with updates as this story continues to go on and more updates, come up. I will keep you guys posted. But thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. And hit that notification bell so you'll be sure to see when I drop new videos. And guys, follow me on my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram at Sister Girl Talk TV. Bye.